Yep. $18,800 is what he told you was spent this year on attorney's fees. Yep, so you have to bring it to the board. I remember that.
I'd still say
I wanted to
that,
talk to you.
I'd still say that, I'd still say that this election is about
Who cares?
being contested for right and wrong. It is about how the election was performed. It is not about the position itself. It is about contested elections, and contested elections are based on fraud. There is no fraud. There is no reason why all the directors on this board can't vote on the issue of fraud and the contested election.
You're voting on a petition. You're voting on a petition.
Whether it be contested or not, whether the election is challenged. If the election is challenged,
Everything here doesn't.
The board, only way the board
You just can't cross out the Robert's rules.
you don't want to go the other way.
but you gotta go over to challenging the election.
Can't hear you. I can't hear a word.
That's what I'm reading. It's right here. It
I know,
doesn't say
you're-
what type of fraud
You
or
go-
what it is.
you-
Challenge the election.
You have to go back to challenging an election, that the only reason for challenging an election is fraud.
No.
So therefore, so,
No.
No, you're wrong.
yes, it is.
There's a whole list of
I
reasons.
can clarify that very quickly.
Read the where it starts with the grounds for challenging an election are usually that a person who is ineligible for vote, that procedures required for carrying out a fair election were not observed, the procedures or actions during the election were not unauthorized or illegal, that there was a gross negligence of conducting the election,
Right.
or that the election requirement by bylaw was
Okay.
not correctly interpreted or followed. And these violations can be changed as a result of the election.
Yay.
Elections may not be challenged after the adjournment of the election meeting or convention unless the election challenge is based on fraudulent activity.
The was challenged during the meeting.
Yes, it was.
It was challenged, I was sitting right there and I heard it.
And the board didn't act on the challenge.
Okay, well, some of us did, so do you not believe some of us?
Remember correctly, some of the board, I wasn't even sitting when the meeting was adjourned.
I believe.
You had to remind Claudia.
I believe you had to ask
remind-
if the meeting was even adjourned.
We had to remind somebody that the meeting hadn't been adjourned.
I believe you asked Claudia, did we adjourn the meeting? You came back down the aisle between Maureen and Claudia and I and asked her if the meeting was adjourned.
I don't remember that, but did.
No, of course not.
Excuse me,
You heard it.
I heard you both.
What about them?
I am. I have been trying to keep everybody in control, but it doesn't help when we yell back.
Well, that doesn't
Good job.
stop. You've gotta be louder and tell them.
I'm gonna stop
I
throwing
do
fingers.
remember Maureen Carroll pushing back on, was it Patty? Pushing back on Patty, saying no, yeah, no, you can't do anything, you can't. Yeah, so, as far as I'm concerned, the meeting
No.
was over, and even Maureen Carroll didn't want to take on the contested.
No, I don't believe that. I think Maureen Carroll was the one telling her to notify the board.
No, I think there's other people here who thought
Is
Maureen
this yet
Carroll
something
did
you're
that.
insinuating?
No, I know that Maureen Carroll, I was standing there, told her after the election was contested, what steps to take, to notify the board first, and that's what she did. But regardless, it was contested before the meeting was adjourned to the president, and other board members heard.
So that still means that.
So
we
it
gotta
doesn't need to
prove
be-
it's fraud.
No, because fraud would be after, based on what Noel read. And the meeting wasn't adjourned. You read it. Ed read it, and then you read it. After it's contested, the only way is fraud, which is why I'm assuming we had an opinion here about fraud. Didn't it say after the election was adjourned? Oh yeah, but it also says. Other board members have heard. This is what needs to stop. Do you want me to just, what? Did we vote already? I think we voted, yeah. We didn't vote. I think we were trying to discuss whether or not Lynn would abstain from the vote or not. Nobody is saying you did anything wrong. You have a right to vote if you go to the meeting, but you're sitting as a board member and it's a conflict of interest. So we, all of us as board members, if Lola's friend wanted to come in and do work in the park and we were voting on that, what is that? What was that? Excuse me. What was that? No, you need to explain yourself. What exactly was that? Excuse me. Based on our bylaws, based on our code of ethics, this is a conflict of interest for you. But he has every right to vote at a meeting, at an election, but not this board. Wait a minute. Excuse me. This is not open forum. This is a board discussion. Any member of this board that has a conflict of interest would have to abstain, regardless of what it entailed, correct? Yes. You don't believe that the members wanting to have an election to redo the secretary's position is not a conflict of interest between the person running, sitting in the position now, whose position is being contested.
Why he can't vote in any election we have, or any vote we have.
He can, there is a reason. It's called conflict of interest. And as a board member, we all have to...
I don't see that.
Of course you don't.
Excuse me, please. You seriously don't see a conflict of interest with him, Lynn, for the secretary position. For the secretary position. No, it's not for fraud. That's your opinion. The petition isn't saying it's for fraud. No, that's, and I think we just determined, the parliamentary, but the parliamentary procedure book says it's only fraud after the meeting was adjourned. It is. So your opinion is fine, but he still would have to abstain.
If we can speak our opinion, my opinion is, there's no reason why this man can't vote. And anything this board does, he is an elected official of this board until somebody says he's not. And nobody has said he's not yet.
And my opinion is, he is the acting secretary, the election has been contested, and it is a conflict of interest. It's a conflict of interest if Lynn votes. Then why did he abstain from the vote when you had the Memorial Day meeting, when we were discussing the same issue? You told him to, so I'm asking you. You told him he could at that meeting. You did too.
I have never told anybody on this board to abstain from voting.
You told him he could.
Never.
That's why you don't record
You did it
the
through
meetings.
consent? Whose consent? So why would you feel that was a conflict of interest and abstain, but this isn't?
When I abstained on that, it was a totally different issue.
What was the issue?
I don't recall. That's it. Give him the mic,
No, well, we voted for it. I don't think there were any hands, we didn't vote for against it. No, we haven't finished it because we're still trying to say Lynn has to abstain.
We're in the middle of a vote. You know, we're not in the middle of discussion.
But he can't vote. Okay. Yeah. Regardless, the meeting's gonna happen, the election's gonna happen, so. Okay, so we have our yeses, so all in favor? All opposed? So it's a conflict of interest for me because I'm not neutral, but it's not a conflict of interest for him who's being in the election?
Go, girl. We all got it. We're armed. This is pathetic.
Okay, well,
I think they should vote. She should cancel the meeting.
can I have a motion to, oh no, we have open forum. There we go. Anybody want to get up and say something? Excuse me for 1 minute before someone speaks. I just heard somebody say to let a lawyer handle this. And I just want to speak, I don't know who said it, but I want to address that issue just really quick. A lawyer has, from day one, before the election was held, been privy to a lot of this. We've had judges say this needs to happen. We've had lawyers say this needs to happen. We've spent thousands of dollars to come to the decision that the members have a right to do this.
Thousands of dollars of members' money.
So go ahead, Pat.
Open forum?
Yep.
Thank you very much. You'll be able to hear me now. We as members of Cranberry Village Residents Association are sick of the continuing interference, nitpicking and stirring up trouble by certain few individuals, including the CVRA advocacy group in our park. We have just had an election and the board is trying to continue with its important business. It does not need all the distractions and interruptions from this minority handful of members. The board has done an excellent job over the last few years, returning $300 per household 1 year, repairing almost all the septic systems at a reasonable cost, removed many dangerous trees, repairing driveways, and reducing our rent by $10 a month starting this year. We ask that you let them continue to work as a team. We, the undersigned, just want to live with the peace and quiet we feel we deserve. We are concerned that the interference with the board and vendors, plus the continual upheaval, will affect our volunteers who give us freely of their time and energy. A disruption in the park is run. It could cause a reversal in the ongoing decrease of our rent. We hope that those causing the disruption would put their energy. We hope that those causing the disruptions would put their energy to a better use by joining the volunteers who save us much money every year instead of trying to cause dissension in Cranberry Village. Signed, concerned members of Cranberry Village. There are 71 signatures here. of Residents.
Just a couple of questions. First question is, the issue with Patty.
What's your name and address?
My name is Debbie Brogan. I'm at 42 Piper's Way. I'm a proud member of the Advocates. The question I have with Patty is, we went through all of that. Why would they put Patty on the ballot or let us put stickers on the ballot to vote for Patty if they were still saying that she was not a member or a member in good standing? Why was it that they reversed their position? First they said she couldn't be on the absentee ballots. That meant all the people that voted absentee who wanted to vote for Patty could not write her name because the board told them they could not. And then when it came to the election, we were given stickers because the board said you could put the stickers on and vote for Patty. So that's the first thing. How does it, in 1 minute it's no, she can't, and in the next minute it's you can put a sticker on and vote for Patty? If she had been able to get the absentee votes, she probably would have won this election. She only lost by 1 vote. And a fair election is a fair election, and that is not fair. She's a good person, she's a member in good standing, she has worked her butt off, and the only reason she's done it is so that she can contribute to our community. And she should at least have the chance to have a vote. If Lynn wins, he wins. That's it. We work on it for the next time. But she should have her chance. She deserves it. Anybody living here deserves it if they want to serve. No. The second thing is just my opinion. The board is always saying how we need to treat them with respect. And I would just love if they showed half the respect they want us to give them to us. I think it would be a lot easier for us to show our respect for them. Thanks.